Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the second episode of my Lippie mini series. This is all about berry shades. I love to wear these colors, especially this time of year, because I think that it is a very great transitional shade from summer to fall without being too overkill and going for those deep shades right away. I think that this is a great transition. I have a variety of price points and products in this video today, so if you would like to see my top 5 berry shades, then just keep watching. So the first shade that I will be talking about is the Wet n Wild Megalast lipstick in the shade Sugar Plum Fairy. As you can see, this is a great lighter berry shade. This is the lightest of the shades that I will be showing you today. It is almost pink, but it still has that berry undertone. These lipsticks dry matte and they last very long and they're super affordable. They're under like $3, I want to say. I would definitely recommend this shade if you are trying to step out of your comfort zone and try some of the deeper berry shades, but you want a nice middle ground first. So like I said, this is the lightest berry shade that I have. It does look quite pink, but it still has that sort of purple undertone to it, which makes it a little bit more berry. I think that this is a great shade for this time of year because since we are still at the end of summer, just sort of transitioning into fall, I think that this is very appropriate. It's not too dark and deep where you feel like it's a really fall winter shade. It's more of a transitional shade to get you into the fall spirit. It's super comfortable. And if you are concerned about them being drying, just put a light layer of balm underneath and you are good to go. I love this formula. I think that it is very long lasting and for the price you can't beat it. Next up is the shade Sangria by Milani. This is a little bit deeper than the previous shade by Wet n Wild, but still a gorgeous color. Now this is a matte shade once again, but this one is a little bit more drying than the Wet n Wild. It does sort of tug on your lips a little bit when you apply it. However, I don't find that to be uncomfortable. Like the previous shade, this is a great transition shade because it is not too dark, but it's not super bright like some of the summer shades that we tend to wear. This is also very affordable as well. It is a great shade, just a little bit deeper than the previous shade depending on what you would prefer. Next up I have the shade Euphoria by Covergirl. This is a tad bit darker than the previous shade and a little bit more red rather than purple. Now I would say that this lipstick has more of a creamy or satin finish. It is very moisturizing on your lips, which could be a good or bad thing. It's great that it's moisturizing, but this will tend to move around a little bit more than some of the more matte formulas. It is still bright, but in a much different way than the other ones are, but still a great berry shade. Next up I have the e.l.f. lip stain, and this is in the shade Berry Blush. This is just a liquid consistency that you put on and it will dry down and stain your lips. As you can see, this almost looks like you've been eating a popsicle. It sort of gives that tinted, stained look to your lips. The only bad thing about these is that if you have super chapped lips like I do currently, it will sort of stick to those dry patches and turn out a little bit darker or lighter. However, I don't think that it is super noticeable, and if that's something that doesn't bother you, then this is a great shade. Once it dries down, it will not budge, and it is very easy because the color stays. It feels like you have nothing on your lips, and you still get that great color payoff. And lastly, I do have one liquid lipstick. This is by Anastasia. This is the shade Craft. This is a gorgeous berry shade and I love this color for this time of year transitioning into fall. Another great alternative, it is almost an exact dupe to this, is the Wet n Wild Megalast Liquid Catsuit in the shade Berry Recognize. I mentioned that in my drugstore dupes video. It is just a great cheaper alternative to this Anastasia shade. As you can probably see, this is a little bit more purple than some of the other shades that I have shared. Since it is a liquid lipstick, it will dry down completely matte and be budge proof, transfer proof, and everything like that. So for a deeper shade like this, I can really appreciate that because I don't have to worry about it all day. I know it's going to stay in place. It is very comfortable, it does not feel heavy on your lips, And I think that this is a great shade because it is a bit deeper than some of the shades I mentioned earlier, but since it is a liquid lipstick, you will not have to worry about it smearing around or transferring, and this is a little bit deeper, so it really sort of gets you into that fall spirit. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video. If there are other berry shades that you think I should try out or I would like, be sure to leave them in the comments down below, as well as what episode in this series you would like to see next. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos in this series. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one.